Welcome back to the Daughters of the Moon podcast. We're grateful you can join us for another week.
Yes, we love having you with us.
Yes, and we are going to do our June monthly readings for you. So, yeah. So, we randomly chose cards this time without really looking what our things were. So, it will be interesting to see how they all come into alignment.
Like they usually do. Okay, you want to go first or want me to go first?
You go ahead. You got it already halfway open.
I do have it almost halfway open. Okay, the cards that I'm using are the Mystical Journey Oracle, and they're done by Embrace Your True Path by Tennesse Charpentier. Okay, pretty cards. Okay, and the one I drew was Connection. Okay, I'll read it first, then I'll do my little jive with it. Okay, the appearance of the connection card highlights the importance of close relationships. Much like a garden, relationships need to be nourished with time, love, and attention. You can easily become absorbed in your busy schedule and the demands of others and neglect your most important connections, which can lead to drifting apart of two people who treasure their time together, but can never seem to find any. Commit to spending more time with those who matter the most to you. This card depicts two lovers. The bridge between their two hearts connects their inner child and reminds them not to take life too seriously. Life is not always about work, money, and responsibilities. Don't forget to appreciate the simple little things in life that life has to offer. Allow yourself to play and have more fun with your loved ones and create special new memories. The river on the card represents your life journey, and the boat, your individual soul and your travel through your life. While it is important to maintain a sense of an autonomy and independence, when you draw this card as a gentle reminder to focus on the future, the people you love, and the most in your life. Okay. That pretty much depicts the card by itself. Okay, so what I see is, like she said, the two lovers. I see the bridge which connects the two. It comes out, almost looks like it's going from her chest into his, which means of the heart to me. So the bridge is to put them to make them be together and to expand whatever they need to expand within their own hearts. So which means that they have to put their mind at rest so they can put their heart there in order to come together to do the things that will give them love and joy and peace and bliss. And interesting enough, when we talk about spirituality, we talk about finding our bliss and doing the things that matter to us so that we have time to enjoy life. So, it just is really about connection. So connect with people that really are there for you, and you know that they are, and connect in such ways that you have some fun with them too, so that you can spark up some new stuff, some new things, new beginnings, and that kind of thing is all with connecting with someone. So that's what the month of June says for this card, is connect and be with yourself.
Nice. And I see, like you, the connection between the heart, and then it looks almost like a waterfall in behind to me. And so it's really, for me, what I'm getting with it is just really let things just flow. Like, don't force situations. Connect to other people around you, connect to your loved ones, those kind of things, but don't force anything. Just let everything flow the way that it's supposed to do. And through that, you will find how you're supposed to be connecting with the people around you. And, start building things, to build blocks to be able to form these connections with people. So
nice one. I agree. Very nice cards.
So that's what I see. I chose the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron-Reid. And which woot woot, the other day I was on a thing, and she said, "Ooh, I like your name, Daughters of the Moon podcast." So that was really cool.
That is really cool.
So anyway.
Thanks, Colette.
I thought I'd share that. So a highlight. Okay, so 27 home. So it says, you're
nice.
Comfortable in your own skin, you belong. That's backwards. But the back of the card are super nice too. Peace, security, safety, belonging, and all the features one would want from home are indicated now. The home card represents an invitation to experience what it's like to be secure in your own skin, to live comfortably no matter what is happening in the world around you. It's a time for opening your eyes to your tribe of like-minded people or one special person who makes you feel like you've come home. Home is love, and love is all around you now. Whatever your inquiry, you are where you're meant to be and will reap great benefits by staying on this path, regardless of where it leads. Home will always be within you. It is where the heart is. And
Isn't that the truth?
And it is funny because to me, these cards go together because it's talking about your connectedness and finding that home within somebody. And so for me, it's really is about, it's really about a interconnectedness to be able to be connected to other people that are around us. And so you have to feel comfortable in your own skin. You have to feel like you are at home in your own skin in order to give that love outwards to other people. So it's saying, regardless of what chaos is going on in your month, and it's getting summer, so things are getting more active and more busy. It's like, just remember to come home at the end of the day and find some peace and tranquility within yourself.
Yeah, I can't do much on that one, Kimmy. You sort of pulled it all together, but it is a connection because when they talk about home, we want our home to be so peaceful and so good, and anybody that comes into it, we want to make sure that we send them out with that love too when they leave, and hopefully when they come in, they do the same thing. So yeah, it is being home within our own selves, but sharing that wonderful connection. It's funny, they both do mix together. The connection with everyone you meet in the month of June, and you'll see that things will come together, and also newness will come, because when you connect with those and people around you and you call yourself home with it, you'll see that new things come to you and you go, I didn't try that, I need to try that. Or, something anyways. Let's talk about newness to me.
Yeah.
It's a good card.
And I think too, with home, you need to make your home be what you want, regardless of where you're living, regardless of, how fancy your house is or not. You need to create your home being your space. So declutter. June's a great time to start, getting rid of the things that we don't need and just really making your space be so comfortable that when you're in it, you're just love to be in it.
True. In June, it's summertime and everything, about the warmth of the air. Put that in your heart too.
100%.
Okay, this one here is called Synchronicity, and this one is the spirit message. It's a daily guidance oracle deck, and it's made by John Holland. Didn't even know that until I looked at it. Okay, synchronicity. Are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you at this time? People and situations in your life are not appearing by coincidence. It's in reality, they're being guided to you from the spirit they're being guided to you by the spirit world to help you for a specific reason. Synchronicities are far more than just coincidences. You receive this card as confirmation that you've been experiencing some fascinating and distinctive synchronicities, and that's more. You may be getting even more of them. These blessings and signs are of grace and are not just mere coincidences. I keep saying that a lot. But are evidence that you are and always will be connected to spirit. When synchronicity appears in your life, is usually a sign that you should look beyond the natural limitations of your physical and consider the spiritual meaning of what's about to happen in your life. Synchronicity also puts certain people in your path or gives you a particular look. Equally, the same time may be repeated multiple times in a day, and certain workshop, of course, keeps popping up. The more you notice and pay attention to these meaningful signs of grace, the easier it is for them to multiply and give you spiritual guidance. Synchronicity doesn't just happen. It's a sign for you to stop and take a deep look at the direction you're taking and a spiritual shift you should be making about yourself. Welcome them and act accordingly, for spirit is trying to guide and help you. That's a beautiful card.
Mm-hmm.
And it really works in with the rest of them too. Reason is it talks about looking for the signs that are coming ahead. We talked about June coming and newness coming about it and that kind of thing. So when you should have been also noticing things also in the month of May, things that keep happening around you, finding dimes or whatever. Things will just happen to us. You keep being drawn to the same store or something. There's something in there. You need to go in and find out what Spirit's trying to make you see that's going to make your life be more fulfilled. So when you see those things keep happening, try to remember this is not just a coincidence. Spirit is behind me or with me, inside me, around me, because Spirit's everywhere with the energy, and it's saying, go for what you're looking for. Go after it. Go seek and find, and synchronize your mind with it so that you can inherit that good stuff that's going to come with, whether it's a friendship, a new job, or just simply going to a new park that you haven't been to before and finding new things, new flowers you've never tried before. So synchronize yourself in this life so that Spirit can help you to fulfill all the dreams that you're looking for. I think that's a really good card. It really goes well with what we're talking about today.
It really is. And I agree with that. And I do a thing, I got it off Tammy Master Bodhi, I think is her name. And it's a little morning prayer that you do. And it is part of it, which made me think of that, is that it asks for you to recognize the synchronicities, right? So it's asking the universe to show you the signs and the synchronicities, but it's also asking for you to recognize them, because a lot of times, like you mentioned, you'll hear the same book, you'll hear the same book, you'll hear the same book, or oh, this, you really should check out this coffee shop. And we often just don't pay attention to that. But when you do start focusing on what these synchronicities, they lead you to interesting places where maybe you're meeting somebody interesting. Maybe it's shifting you into somewhere that you need to go and travel in your life. So I agree with you that these cards go hand in hand, because it's like the more that you open yourself up to receiving these synchronicities, the more things that are going to open up for you.
It's interesting because we're talking about this morning. I got up, was walking out to my car, and as I go to get into my car, there's a dime there. And I think, oh, dime, cool. So I pick it up, but I had to leave my car and go and put some things in a box. And when I came back, I looked down, I lost the dime. So I sat in my car and thought, I couldn't have been very far. So I got out of my car and looked down, there's the dime. So the dime was not a coincidence. The dime wanted to come with me no matter what, even though I dropped it out of my hand. I found it again, and it is now with me. So to me, that's a sign. It's telling me, what are you not thinking about? Why did you tell you to take the time to slow down? And that's what I think it was telling me, was to slow down. I was trying to get in a hurry to be here to do the podcast and that. So I think it was just saying to me, slow down, you have time and it's going to be okay. And it is.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely. And I think that, like, even when you get that gentle nudge in your stomach when you're driving and it's like, oh, I should go down this street instead of the normal way I go, that is a sign for you. There is a reason. And you may not know what it is. Like, you might get to work and nothing happens and you're like, oh, but you don't know. Maybe you missed an accident. Maybe there would have been a train where you were going, like, you don't know. So yeah, the more you pay attention, and it's interesting because since I've been doing this for probably about the last month or so, it's incredible the amount of times that I notice the things that are like, oh, that's funny. Somebody else, like the raven, this raven flew down in front of my car, and then I had this vision. And then after that, it was like, I went on a website and it was all about ravens, and then it just keeps popping up in conversations, and it's like, okay, obviously there's some message there for me. So
it was the same thing as when we were at the Banff for the retreat that we went to, the spiritual retreat. On the way up, we were following maps on our GPS sort of thing. And I said, oh yeah, let's just go down there. I think we're all going to be okay. Anyway, it ended up taking us down another route that we hadn't been before. But the beauty that we got to see on the way there, like, because we were heading to the mountains, the beauty that we had never seen before because we took that road. So Spirit was taking us in another way so we could have another look at beauty and have a chance to really get into our spiritual side of ourselves before we even got to the retreat. So it was pretty cool. So those are just little tidbits of what to pay attention to, sort of thing, and let them really sit in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the more you open up to that in June, the more you're just going to create that for yourself, right?
In the whole year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So mine are the Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Linn. And the card that I chose is Coming into Power, which says, I step into my power boldly and confidently.
Nice. Got it the right way this time.
Yeah. It says, you've been gathering your inner forces and are coming into your own strength. Assume your power, accept the vibrant truth that all you need is already within you. It is safe to own your deepest inner gifts. The universe wants you to know if you've given away your authority to someone or something else, now is your chance to reclaim it. Pulling this card indicates that it's time to stand in your own light. If you're holding on to any beliefs that you won't be liked or will be rejected, if you step into your potential, let them go. The more you shine in your own radiance, the more others can see the glow of their own capability. Your strength can heal others and bring light into the hearts of many. Some questions to ask yourself are, what has stopped me from expanding my potential in the past? How can I come into my power more fully? And in what ways can I support and help others with my own strength? So I think this, again, goes really hand in hand because it is talking about coming into your power. And as I like to say, one of my favorite quotes is, it's none of your business what other people think of you. So I think that it's talking about coming home to yourself and finding the positive things within yourself so that you can share that out, connect with other people. You become more open so you can see these signs and synchronicities that are trying to lead you to the people that you're supposed to be with, whether it's in relationships or jobs or, passions or whatever. It's leading you down those things. So the more open you are, the more you come into your own power and, try to let those self-limiting beliefs go, the more you bring all these wonderful things in.
Well, okay, that's pretty hard to add on to that.
But you will.
But I will.
You're amazing.
You will. It's true. Every one of the cards have run into each other again. And it was just funny because it was just so random that we picked them up and started doing it. But they all run into each other. So what it's saying is, when you come into your own power, you can synchronize the things within yourself to see your way of where you need to go. If you let the little tidbits of information that Spirit's trying to give to you, pay attention to it and grab a hold of them, it's only going to help you to connect to the world, connect to what you need and for yourself. If you're not a person that wants to go out and connect to the world, it's okay too, because what you'll do is you'll connect through reading or music or in another way, which will still put love in your heart and help you to find your way of where you need to go. So it's not trying to push you out if that's not what you want to do. It's just saying that reach beyond yourself, what you normally would do in some way, shape, or form in the month of June, and watch how it's going to synchronize your life for down the road, and Spirit can walk in there, grab you by the hand, and walk with you more gently instead of trying to give you those gentle pushes. Spirit can actually walk with you and give you the information and give you the things that you need in order to make your life more beautiful. And of course, with summer, we want you to enjoy the summer months too. So enjoy June. And it says that you're going to.
Yes, it looks like it is. So thank you for joining us for your monthly reading.
Yes.
As always, it's a pleasure sharing this space with you. Make sure you follow us and like and subscribe to our podcast so you never miss one, on any of your favorite podcast platforms or on our YouTube channel. We get some extra little bits that we share on our Facebook and Instagram. And the other is we have a newsletter on our website. So if you check out our website, you can join up for the newsletter, and then it always gives a list of some of the podcasts that are coming up for the month and some other little helpful tips and what we're doing, those kind of things we share on there. So thank you again for.
It is. Thank you for joining us. And yes, you're going to hear about all the people that are coming here that are just so interesting, and give you an idea of how you can make your life more successful too. So anyways, bliss to you all.
Yes, and we'll see you next time.
You bet.